world's most terrifying dictator. How does he rule his country? What does daily life look like in North Korea? You might feel suffocated while imagining it. The government tries its best to control every aspect of its citizens' lives. Who will live where? Who will do what? What will they study? Everything is decided by the government. Today, we uncover the shocking truth about daily life in North Korea, a society trapped under one of the most oppressive regimes on Earth. Before you move on, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to 10-Minute Quest. In 1981, a pregnant woman was imprisoned in North Korea's political camp number 14, where she gave birth to her son, Shin Dong-hyuk. The government of North Korea exercised guilt by association, and the entire family was imprisoned for political crimes. Shin Dong-hyuk grew up in inhumane conditions, with only corn porridge to eat and a strict policy of execution for anyone who tried to escape. In his 13th year, Shin Dong-hyuk heard his mother and brother discussing a plan to escape from the jail. He reported plans to guards, hoping they would give him more food. 7 months later, prisoners were gathered on the ground, and Shin Dong-hyuk family was killed by being shot and hanged. Shin Dong-hyuk escaped at age 23. Shin Dong-hyuk became a human rights activist, and his life was acknowledged by the United Nations, and a famous book was written on him, Escape from Camp 14. North Korea, which has a population of 25 million, is famous for being dark and isolated. One cannot read or view television during the night, and they sleep at 7 in the evening. In 1995, the frog population reduced, causing a huge famine between 1995 and 1998. It is difficult to determine the exact number of individuals who starved to death, but 500,000 to 2 million are estimated to have died. North Korea's status was not always higher than that of South Korea, where there were free healthcare, education, housing, heating, and transportation. Between 1950 and 1980, North Korea's GDP increased by approximately 4.5% annually. In the 90s, saw the dissolution of the Soviet Union, however, which meant a disastrous economic failure. The USA was prepared to help North Korea if they would shut down nuclear weapon plants, but they did not. North Korea is a very authoritarian dictatorship since World War II, with the first supreme leader being Kim Il-sung and the present one being Kim Jong-un, both supreme leader and dictator. The North Korean government has been attempting to regulate all kinds of things people do in their private lives, from where they live to what they watch on TV, visit the internet, travel to places, and even their haircut. North Korean education in schools is free, but the children are only attended to by the teachers after bribing them, and therefore it is a luxury for the rich to hire private tutors at home. Men are mandatorily dispatched to serve in the army after college for as long as 10 years. North Korea holds parliamentary elections every 5 years, with a sole candidate from the ruling Workers' Party for each seat. The elections are taken as an unofficial census and used to maintain people in check. The government also prescribes what people must wear and the hairstyle they should have, with 15 men's hairstyles and 15 women's hairstyles, approved. Some of the bans are not sporting Kim Jong-un haircut, hair dyeing, and wearing blue jeans, ripped jeans, and skinny jeans. Branded clothing is also banned, as they are thought to have a negative impact on the country. There are strict dress codes and limitations on what can be worn in North Korea, including tight dresses, short skirts, and sun hats for girls. Red lipstick and light makeup are banned for women. The government views fashion as a cultural invasion and is concerned that the masses would start to embrace foreign things. They made a series of propaganda in 2005 regarding haircuts, claiming that long hair is not healthy and decelerates the brain. The totalitarian North Korean ideology also controls the movement of individuals, requiring permission to travel within the country and a justification for traveling abroad. Foreign travel without permission is an act of treason, and one may be forced into labor camps, tortured, imprisoned for life, or even executed. The government has been so strict about it that post-COVID-19, the border security personnel had a shoot-at-sight order for any person who was found entering or leaving the country without permission. Regarding entertainment, no foreign films are screened in North Korea, and only government channels on TV and radio are available for the government's propaganda. Watching foreign shows and movies is a serious crime, and people who get caught are severely punished. For example, 2 teens were given 12 years hard labor for watching a South Korean drama and distributing it, and another youth was publicly executed by firing squad for disseminating South Korean films and music. North Korea suffers from an acute lack of entertainment, and people clandestinely smuggle South Korean dramas and view them on computers or Chinese video players that are equipped with USB ports. The internet is tightly controlled in the nation, and users need government permission and are monitored by librarians. The government has set up a closed internet called an intranet, which is controlled and expensive, hence unavailable to most. They do not have any form of social media, and attempts to copy websites like Facebook and Netflix have been futile. The smartphones that are available for purchase in North Korea are censored, with programming and software limiting content and having no app store. It also doesn't have an app store, where government-vetted apps can be downloaded. North Korea is an official atheist state, and there is no religious freedom to preach or practice any form of religion, and people are punished by death. Christians are persecuted since they are considered to be American-influenced, and thousands are imprisoned in political prison camps and tortured. Ri Hyun-ok was publicly executed in 2009 for distributing the Bible, and her husband and 3 children were sent to prison camps. Kim family, particularly Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, are worshipped like gods publicly. Secret police visit every house to check for their photos and statues, and people have to protect these items even at the cost of their lives. In 2020, a woman saved her children from a burning house, but they did not save Kim family photos. So, the government withheld medicines from them. Another experience was when a man's father was sent to a political prison camp due to the fact that his father had tainted a photo of Kim Jong-il in a newspaper by mistake. North Korea's economy is poor. 69% do not have clean water, school, and hospital to live on. Most dwellings lack facilities such as refrigerator, washing machines, and a bicycle. Men in North Korea have jobs given by the government. Salaries so low, they can only afford 7 to 9 kilograms of corn per month. Therefore, women are working. Most of the women-headed families are to be run by women working in local markets called jangmadang that account for over 70% of household earnings. It also blacks market in which anything is available for sale. It is also main source of household income. Forcible labor, a form of modern slavery, is also a major issue for North Koreans. People are forced to work for 12 to 18 hours in various sectors, including construction, farms, mines, and factories. The economy relies on forced labor, with most money being spent on weapons. The North Korean government sends its people to work in Russia, China, the Gulf countries, Poland, and Africa as slaves. Around 100,000 North Koreans are sent as slaves and for forced labor to other countries. The secret police are the North Koreans' greatest enemy, charged with making individuals disappear and torturing them in political prison camps. This secret police forces lower Songbun people to spy on each other, and people will doubt other people and not talk about sensitive matters. The secret police allocates each district into sections of 30 to 40 houses, and each section has a neighborhood association that tracks people and pushes them to spy on others. The cruelty of this regime has been around for over 75 years, with 3 major reasons being the cruelty, the 3-class Songbun system, and the possibility of being killed for committing the smallest error. The loyalists are kept content in order to remain loyal, while the others are kept in the same situation. The cruelty of the regime have made many question the future of their lives in North Korea. North Korea is a notorious location, familiar with suffering from propaganda to brainwash the citizens in an easy way to rule them. Their administration propagates such propaganda based on false news and misleading information, such as the one describing how 3-year-old Kim Jong-un can master the use of a gun or can horse ride by age 5. But there are signs that Kim Jong-un's grip is faltering. The growth of jangmadang, tiny black markets run by women, has made the government attempt to shut down these markets and exert more control. But popular ire and foreign media and film exposure have increased manifold, shattering the false propaganda employed to fool people. The exposure to the outside world through the foreign media has helped the people beyond the propaganda to develop trust in each other. This trust is sowing seeds of oneness among the people as they engage in illicit activities together in these markets. The government network of spying and causing suspicion and distrust among the family members is not effective because of this. Corruption is yet another reason that is eroding Kim Jong-un's grip. Parents need to bribe the educators to get a decent education for their kids, and government officials are also based on these bribes for sustenance. It has made people not afraid of totalitarian regulations anymore, as they can discover that they can get any illegal action done by paying bribes. Within the next 10 to 20 years, we want to hear positive news from North Korea regarding these developments. any dictator sows the seeds of its destruction in such a manner. We should remember the beauty of liberty and never sell out your fellow citizens to any politician or political party. In any country or society, the people's unity is the greatest. Life in North Korea is a daily struggle under an oppressive regime. Despite the hardships, many North Koreans find ways to adapt, survive, and even resist in subtle ways. But the question remains, will the country ever change? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.